about this much further down. Looks like the morning. Losing touch with how to be a person. It's now or never, so we're doing it. I think this is the first time I've talked to you today, but we may be washing my hair. It hasn't been exactly 2 weeks, but what do you call those? The strips or whatever they put back there, ow, are falling off. But my hair is growing in underneath them. So he's pulling, ew, and scab.
Yeah, but the very top of it is not, looks like it's slightly open.
Oh no! That's disgusting. Are you gonna... I don't know if I should see what that looks like through camera or...
Yeah, I don't know.
It's mostly closed, so we are going to... Oh, tilted forward too long. Do like a sink wash so that at least the front part of my hair can be washed, because that's the part I can feel and see. And it feels gross because it hasn't been washed in a really long time. Because we didn't think we were gonna wash my hair when I put on the collar originally, but then we did by just like hovering my head over the bathtub. What is he doing? What is he doing?
So it looks like the second one's ready to come off too.
Good morning. I've been filling out papers for, well, that's not what I've been doing all morning. I've been watching TV with him. We're watching a court show apparently. And then, but are you ready for this? My handwriting looks okay-ish. It looks a lot better than it did before because the letters actually look like letters, but it's kind of, my handwriting is just ugly in general, but here it is. Eee, it's back. I don't know what that sound was, but I'm kind of, I don't know really what to say about my headache because it's got, the part on my head has actually gotten better, but now I constantly feel like I'm being stabbed in the back of the neck. So it's kind of like the same location, just about this much further down. That hurts. So instead of being on the bottom of my head like that much, it's now just like underneath that. And my hairs are growing in back from where they were shaved off. And so all of those tapes that were glued to my head are now glued to the hairs. So anytime I move my head and it moves those hairs, like brushing them against the back of the collar and things, feels so weird. And when I open my mouth up a lot, it feels like this muscle here is going to pop. But I think that's because I used the wrong muscles to hold up my head, which isn't helping the whole like neck strengthening. But I'm trying to use the right ones. It's just I forget what I'm doing and then I use the ones that I'm used to using. And I don't even know if those are the wrong muscles to be using or if it just feels like that because of the metal that's on my head now. That's right. We went to the grocery store and now he's pushing me back to the hotel because our hotel overlooks the grocery store. But my fingers are so cold out here.
Your fingers are cold out here?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I can feel them now. I know they're cold.
Oh, I guess that's a good thing.
I guess, yeah, that's a good thing. But also, they're so cold. And the rest, I don't know why, but whenever we go out and it's cold outside, my legs feel like they're on fire more than they are when I'm actually hot.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Good morning. Oh, we are, well, I don't know, it's Monday. And we woke up early this morning. I don't know why, but I've been awake since like 7 o'clock. And great because we're preparing to go back to California, where that would have been 4 o'clock in the morning. I've done that before though. Sometimes I just wake up at home and it's like 3 o'clock and I'm just like, looks like the morning, but it's not.
Go back to bed.
I try to. I haven't today. And yesterday, I had a realization that, this is gonna make me sound super dumb, but that the people that I write about in my Instagram posts, they can read that. But like also the people I talk about, they can hear this too, so hi. Yeah, and then I was texting with Jess and some other people at the same time, and Jess gives me advice on what I should say and what I shouldn't, because I just kind of say anything because I don't really know what you're supposed to say and not say in the world. I feel like because I'm never around people, losing touch with how to be a person. But anyways, oh my gosh, and I also brushed my teeth and did my own hair again. So my arms are back, I think forever. I hope forever. Although that's what I said that also last winter, but I had to switch the chin padding. Wow, I'm just jumping topic to this morning. But anyways, I had to switch chin padding this morning already because I like gagged myself out when I was trying to take my first morning pills. I don't know why, but things just get stuck in my throat and then they're stuck forever. Well, and then I had to go back in there to get the pill out with my finger to get it out of my throat, but I didn't swallow all the water that was in my mouth first, so I just opened my mouth and all this water came like flooding out, and I was like, oops. It was early because I was supposed to do those between 6 o'clock and like 9 o'clock in the morning, but I didn't sit all the way up or anything this morning either. I know, not all of the things that I should not be doing to help with my swallowing, I did this morning. Or the opposite of them. I'm getting confused. I still can't really think, which is, I mean, we knew that there was multiple things causing it. I was just hoping a bit more if it was coming from my neck than from other factors. I don't know why, but today my arms are living that earthquake life. They're so shaky, but I finished my final for my online class, which this makes me feel so accomplished, which is, I think it's really funny though that it makes me feel accomplished because in all the semesters that I've started school, this is the first time I've actually finished the classes, which is not good because I started my senior year, I didn't finish that class that I started, that was a college class, and then fall 2017 was pulled out, spring 2018 didn't start, fall 2018 was pulled out again, and then spring 2019 didn't start because I was in the hospital when I was supposed to be starting school. Which, I mean, did anybody think that I was actually going to start then? I don't think so. My knees hurt so much, and I don't know why my knees are hurting because I'm not doing anything to them. You guys, it's raining and we're in the car. Well, we got another rental car because the other one we had to turn in on last Friday because we're supposed to go home, but we're still here and you know, all that stuff, and we had to drive tomorrow to Baltimore, but we're in the car and it's raining. And I don't think I've ever explained this, but one of my favorite things is to be in a car while it's raining. Don't know why, but that's just one of the simple things in life that makes me happy. And we are, I don't know really where we're going, but we're in a car ride because they're cleaning our room and we have to test out how my lungs do in the smell of the car because it's a different car than the other one and it kind of smells in here. I did notice I started coughing like right when I got in, but that might just be life happening to my lungs. Look at the popo! Why am I vlogging the popo? Because their car is green and we're not used to it. So filming something that's very, very normal, but not for us. Green police car. Do you hear the rain? Doesn't that just sound so nice? I love it. Even if we're sitting in a car that kind of stinks. Literally smells so much. Oh my gosh, you guys, I was just fallen upon by a very large man. Not large as in fat, very tall man. I've been thinking about that happening though every day. We come around that corner, it's a blind corner for both sides, and then usually there's nobody there, but today there was, and he started walking as we came around the corner, and he fell on me. I think, why? I don't know why. Well, actually, that happens quite a bit to me, people falling on me like that. Never's happened with him though, but today it did. We're washing my hair again because I wanted to take a shower, and I wanted to take a real shower today, but apparently I'm not doing that until my next shower because we went to take off the tapes and my head's still not closed, so we're not gonna pull them off and open it up and have that whole risk of infection, and we're still not gonna put shower water in it because, you know, it's probably not good to have water that has been cleaning the outside of you on the inside of you. I don't know how much of it would actually go into the little holes, but it's almost there. What wasn't healed up last, what was that, like 3 days ago, is healed up now. I think he's ready for my hair. Yay! We're FaceTiming the fam, but I'm also brushing my hair, and I realized, oh no, hold on, our Wi-Fi is breaking again. Call them back. That I didn't vlog me brushing my hair. Good morning. I'm not wearing a collar because I was drinking breakfast. I guess that's what you would call that. But I've been wearing shirts with large neck holes for a year now because it was easier to get things with larger neck holes over the collar. Well, now that I'm not wearing it all the time, I've noticed large neck hole shirts don't work very well on me when I'm not wearing a collar because I have no boobs, so my shirts just fall down. But I guess that's a struggle that I'll have to relearn how to deal with.
More shopping,
I guess. But these are my favorite shirts, so I don't know what I'm gonna do because there's a reason I wear them over and over and over again, not only because they had a giant neck hole, but also because I like how, or I tolerate how they feel better than most other shirts. Really, if it was up to me, I would probably never wear clothes, ever, at all. We are headed to the Urodynamics testing, and I'm pretty sure I know what this testing is, but I'm just trying to not think about that. But we're driving, and I think I'm gonna leave the mask on because when we were in here yesterday, I could feel myself working harder to breathe from the smell of the car. So that's lovely. And it's not raining today, so I think I'm going to have to be DJ Ellen. I can't, well, wait. If I lift you up high enough, can you see? I don't know if you can, but in front of us is where the Orioles play, and that is where who plays? I don't know football.
The Baltimore Ravens.
The Baltimore Ravens. I know baseball better than I know football, and don't ask me on basketball or hockey or any of those. Look, it says Phillips, like Delaney's last name, and then the giant Barnes & Noble right next door. I thought I should vlog that because Zeus would be very excited about a giant bookstore. We're here. Oh boy. This is one test that I am not looking forward to, even less than imaging, and I hate imaging. To be honest, if we were to have to come back here just for this test, I probably would have found a way to not get on that plane. But we stayed longer than we were expecting to do this, so here we go.
Here we are.
I guess I'm getting out of the car, maybe. We just did part of my test. I gotta talk quickly because he's gonna come back in. But the doctor came in and talked to us for a bit, and then he's, do you hear him? Do you hear him? He's like yelling on the phone. I'm sure he's probably in the hallway, and I'm like, great. The whole world can hear about my peeing problems. Like, I guess now I'm saying that on the internet, so I guess I really don't care. But I was also yelling now, so bye. You guys, that was quite a test. I don't really know what I should say about that.
How traumatized are you from a scale of 1 to 10?
Well, I've had all of those things done to me before. So, not that surprised or startled or any of those things.
Okay. Do you want to go to
well, I'm
Trader Joe's?
no.
Just want to go home?
Yeah. Back to the hotel. Everything just feels really weird down there. Because there's like stuff stuck to me, taped to me, put in me. All the different places. And it all just feels really weird. Because now not only does it feel like pretty much anywhere from like my hips down feel like they're on fire all the time. But now everywhere has been poked. So I'm like, can I feel that? Can I not? And that's what I was thinking the whole time they're doing all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't know. I can't feel much of anything when all of these things are happening, and I kind of feel like I should be feeling something. Because he kept asking, do you feel anything? And I was like, maybe? No?
Maybe.
I don't know. So then he was like, think about it. And then I was like, then no. Same goes for my swallowing. I guess I also learned that. Well, actually I learned two things from today. One, I laughed at this little thing called focus. Same goes for my swallowing as my peeing. Focus is something that I should really work on. And then I guess that was both things. If that tells you how today is gone. We were in the waiting room and I was like, oh no, I haven't taken my noon meds, which also means I haven't drinking my midday Neocate, and it's dark out now, so I guess I'm getting back on West Coast eating schedule, maybe? No, that would even be off. I'm just off today.
Yeah, you didn't. Well, you didn't get out of bed.
I know. I was a tired person, so I just laid there. Although I was awake at like 7 o'clock this morning, again. Annoying, keep waking up and then staying awake. But anyways, we are headed back to the hotel, and then I'm gonna go to sleep again. That's pretty much what I do all day. I lay there and wait for it to be time for me to go to sleep again. I don't think there's anybody in there because in the thing. Oh, there is a guy in there. Well, hi. Good morning, everybody. It was snowing last night, but we were sleeping when it was snowing, so I can only film the snow that's on the ground, which isn't very much, but since we're not used to snow at all, it's like, snow! Oh. And last night, I don't think I talked to you after that appointment, or did I? After all those things were poked into my being. I did take a picture of the chair thing so I could show Zeus, but I mean, I'll put it in the video too in case you ever wanted to know what It looks a lot worse than it actually is, but it feels so weird. And I still am kind of like weirded out by the fact that I didn't feel any of that. Like, almost at all. I could kind of feel them poking around, but that's about it. It's kind of like my feet. There isn't very much feeling, and what feeling I do have, it's like, am I just imagining that, or is it actually happening? Because when I walk, luckily, I do have enough feeling of the ground. Like, I can feel the pressure of the ground, if that makes sense, in my legs more so than actually feeling my feet, because my feet just feel like they're always asleep. I don't know what we're doing today, or if we have anything planned for today, but what I do know is I've been awake since like 7 o'clock, because all night and all morning now, my insides have been freaking out from yesterday. And I know it's from the testing yesterday, because anytime they shove things into my bodily being, I always end up with my body freaking out. And I don't know why it's doing that, because there's nothing, they didn't like do biopsies inside of me, so like there's no bleeding in there. So why are my insides acting this way? I don't know. They feel the exact same way they do after any type of scope, where they've been poking around and my body's like, stop doing that. Well, and the back of my like head feels really weird this morning, and I couldn't imagine why. Like, actually, I don't know why that is. Usually I'm like, I don't know what caused that, but I'm like, there's definitely something I did to cause that. Although I kind of think that the back of my head hurting is just the car ride from yesterday. Which, did I even say we hit a pothole? Like, probably the only one in the entire state, because their streets are way smoother here than in California, but that's beside the point. We hit a pothole, and I've never felt pain like that down my legs, ever. Which also hurt my head, because I wasn't prepared for the pothole, and we hit it, and I like hit my head on the chair, like thunk. So great, lovely. I brushed my teeth, but I do remember something that I was going to say yesterday, and then I didn't. Well, we got to that appointment, and I guess I should have known by the way the like receptionist or whatever you call them was, what do you call that? Like greeting me, that they thought that I was much younger than I am. I don't know why, but people tend to baby talk me. I think that's what that's called. It's just really awkward, because you know how when you talk to little children, you use a higher tone and kind of talk sing-songy. Yeah, people do that to me all the time, and to some degree I'm kind of just used to it, and I'm just like there sing-songing and just over my head now. But my fam still notices, especially my dad, because he's like, what is going on? And then they started asking him questions about me, even though I was sitting there and definitely knew the answers and he didn't. But anyways, they were asking me questions, or him questions, and I was looking through old pictures of me and Jess, and these two stories are kind of related, kind of. And Jess and I have been talking about wanting to go back to Disneyland. Well, they did that to us there too. The security guy was asking her questions about me. It was the day that the two of us were twinning, and we were wearing our graduation shirts, so like you would think that he would have realized that I was a bit older than he was acting like I was. Again, he was acting like I was like 5, but and he goes, how old is she? And Jessica looks at him and goes, well, why don't you ask her? The greatest answer I've ever had when somebody starts talking to me like that, because like I can't say that because that would be awkward, but Jess did, and she was serious. That's like when Taylor yelled at a person in a restaurant. We're in quite a large restaurant, and it was luckily quite loud in there, and this lady was staring at me last December when we came back from Texas, so that must have been like the 26th, and this person was staring at me in the restaurant with the neck brace and all the things, and Taylor looks across and yells across the restaurant, "If you took a picture, it would last longer." I still haven't moved very far from where I was before, but I had a realization that my hips hurt so much today because they were sliding out during that, but I can't tell when they've slid out. I can only tell when they need to be put back in when I move again from the position that I'm sitting in. So they hurt, and I probably have a major crotch bruise now again. I don't feel all that great today because I mean testing, and then now my body's behaving like I had a insides prep before this, but I didn't, so it's acting all weird. But we've decided we're gonna go out of the hotel. Is this a great plan that we've had? Probably not, considering the way my insides are acting, but we're going. And I'm wearing Milton socks. I don't know if I've ever shown these, but they got them for me for, well, they were supposed to be for Christmas last year, but they didn't come in time. So when I went to the hospital in January, they were like, well, here's a late Christmas present to help you feel better. This, by the way, is not food. It is a space that my teeth have created over the past like month and a half. And I think I need to put on deodorant. It says that it's 39 degrees outside, but it's not even that cold. Well, we weren't outside for very long, but it didn't feel that cold. Because it does get down to that cold at home, and you know it when it's cold there. We're here at the Goddard Space Flight Center. It's a NASA building. We're walking around in here, but we were in the solarium, and I was gonna show you what the sun looks like up close apparently, but there was something about that room that I could not even handle the noise in there, so I was just like the whole time we were in there. And stars. That looks like a unicorn. Is the sky actually this colors when they zoom in on it with the telescope thing? This is where the sun's shining right now?
Yeah.
Or maybe not right now, because I think that's a clock. We're watching the movie thing from back here because we were sitting in front of all the seats because the seat thing, but it was hurting my eyes and it was triggering those where my vision just all blacks out. That to happen. It's a bust of Robert Goddard. Is this thing trippy to you guys too? Wait. Oh wait, no, I think it is supposed to look different from different angles. Rocket jet, satellite. There was a, what do you call that? A field trip going on in there? Sorry, children. I'm used to being around my mom's students, so like,
they don't care.
They're used to all this, but these kids were like, We pretty much just watched that movie about all the space facts that was hurting my eyes. Then we were sitting in the hallway watching the movie from outside, and then they were filming like one of those 360 cam videos in there. So this guy was walking around with a stick just like, and then we went shopping and got Nolan and Delaney socks. So that was our trip to the Space Center, or whatever they call it. The first shower I've done by myself in over a year now, happened today, and now he's cleaning up the back of my neck because all of the tapes came off today, and
forced them off. They didn't just fall.
They didn't just fall off, but the incision is fully closed and healed closed, so they weren't doing anything back there, so I had him remove them.
family money on the Samsung Galaxy S10 for just $0 a month. $0.
Another car ride adventure. We're going to go look for Christmas lights. I think he knows where we're going. We're not just driving aimlessly. But like, why are we doing all the stuff today? Like, we went to the Space Center thing earlier, and now we're going to do lights. Because, to be completely honest, I just don't feel like moving, because when I move, my body hurts. But it's now or never, so we're doing it.